All right, let's dive into our next headline that we got here. And it is that Mac Jones might have just saved his job in New England. I talked about last week on our trade deadline episode that Mac Jones could be headed out of town in New England, possibly end up in Las Vegas, which honestly, after this past week, Las Vegas looks even more in the market for a quarterback. But it looks like Mac Jones is going to stick around in New England as the Pats beat the Bills in epic fashion on Sunday, improving their record to 2-5. Mac Jones led a game-winning 2-minute drill that capped off by a touchdown pass from Mike Gesicki and a couple of very, very ugly gritties to cap that whole celebration off, to say the least. And this win came after reports that Bill Belichick got a preseason extension that was apparently quiet. And it wasn't really revealed to the public that he got an extension, but apparently before the season, him and Kraft agreed to an extension. So it seems like Bill's going to be here long-term, or not long-term, but he's...
Funny how that comes out now.
Yeah, it is a little weird.
Yeah, that wasn't going to come out last week.
Yeah,
you know?
Yeah, no. And right before the game, too. And then they go, at least they won, because that would have caused a lot of mayhem if they didn't. But yeah, it kind of felt like a PR stunt from New England for sure. But yeah, I mean, the Patriots seemed like they got back on track in this one, but especially Mac Jones. He went 25 for 30, which is super impressive, 272 yards and 2 TDs. After the game, he credited Bill O'Brien for his play calling down the stretch. He was his offensive coordinator at Bill the offensive coordinator when Mac Jones was out at Alabama?
Yeah, I believe he was, because I think I'm pretty sure Sark was gone by that point.
Yeah.
So I think Bill O'Brien was the OC at Bama 2021 and 2022. So I think it was right before Mac got there.
Okay.
Because I think Mac was a 2021 draft pick, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. Let's double check that. Yep, 2021. Okay. So yeah, he was there his first year.
Okay. And the year he had most success, and the year that he got drafted in the first round. So a lot of success with Bill O'Brien in the past, and he talked about that in the post game, how he credits Bill O'Brien for his play calling down the stretch, how he called plays that worked for him in Alabama, and those plays seemed like they were working on Sunday. Now there were 0 pressures against Mac Jones in this game, which definitely helps him look a little better. But shout out to the offensive line, shout out to this Pats team. But what do you think of Mac Jones, man? Do you think he's got a solidified job in New England? I think he's going to be a starter in the league for a while. I think I've come to that conclusion. But is New England the place that he stays?
I mean, I think he saved his job probably this year. Okay. Depends on how this year goes. If they're a 4 or 5 win team, I don't know if I would bring him back. They've got the Dolphins this week, and then after that, their next 5 are Commanders, Colts, Giants, Chargers, Steelers. The only team with a winning record in that group is the Steelers. So, 5 out of the next 6 games are definitely winnable games. If they go 1-4 in those games, or even 2-3, we're going to be right back on the same train. So for now, yes, he has saved his job from Bailey Zappi or Malik Cunningham or anybody else that's going to take it from him this year. Going forward, is he the answer? I don't think so. I still am not a believer in Mac Jones. I still don't think that. And this is a guy that I touted as an MVP candidate at one point in time, because he was playing at that level.
Yeah.
However, I think some of that steam and luck that New England has had for so many years has kind of, done its course, and it's good to see. Yeah. It really is good to see the Patriots struggling, even though they did beat the Bills this week.
The rain is
over. They're not the same. They're not the franchise they once were. I think Mac Jones is a somewhere in between 20 to 40 range when it comes to quarterbacks. Wow. So he's right on that fringe of, when he plays well like he did, he's right in that 20 to 23 range. When he plays how he did against the Raiders or the Cowboys or the Saints, he's not even a starting quarterback at that point in time.
That's fair.
So it varies week to week, and you're going to have that with a young quarterback. I get that. He does have composure, which I do like. I just don't. He doesn't show me flashes of, I'm like, damn, okay, that's what I was expecting. That guy's got talent. You see that from guys like like Herbert or Josh Allen early on, you're like, damn, they make mistakes, but damn, they show some things that makes them an NFL quarterback. I don't see that from Mac Jones. I haven't seen that yet. I put him in that same category as Brock Purdy.
I was just about to toss that out as a comparison to you. Who do you think is better? Brock Purdy, and especially with how Brock Purdy's played these past few games. Who would you rather have as your starter, Brock Purdy or Mac Jones? Because I think you're right. Like, Mac Jones doesn't have the talent that those guys have.
It's a question because like Purdy has been in big moments of big games in the sense of like playing in the NFC Championship. I know he got hurt, or playing in the playoffs, or playing on a team that's a winning team. So he's got that exposure already. So
Mac
that's
Jones
why
got
I
a
feel
team
like
in the
I lean with him. He did.
Won that division.
Didn't do too well in that playoff game,
no, he did not.
I would lean Purdy, but yeah, that's a guy that was a 7th round, Mr. Irrelevant pick compared to a guy that was 14th or 15th overall in the first round. So one's making a lot more than the other, and one should be producing a lot more than the other, and they're not. And the fact that we're even having a conversation about who's better shows that Mac Jones maybe isn't the best caliber quarterback in the league.
That's fair. Yeah. I'd put him somewhere between 15 and 20, I think, on a consistent basis. I mean, when you're right. When he's off, he is off. But just on a week-to-week basis, I think I would put him between 15 and 20, which is right around where I would put Brock Purdy on a week-to-week basis. So I think it's really close. But the talent of Mac Jones is better than Brock Purdy. I mean, Brock Purdy doesn't make the same mistakes. He doesn't make mistakes at an elite level.
Well, the talent around Brock Purdy is a lot better, which is why it's also hard. Because, all right, let's hypothetical. If you threw Mac Jones in the San Fran offense and you threw Brock Purdy in the New England offense, I still think you're probably getting about the same results that you're getting from each team.
Okay. All right. Respect. That's interesting you throw that out because they probably realistically should have gone Mac Jones at 3 when they traded up and end up going Trey Lance. So we could be looking at a completely different picture if that happens. But Mac Jones lives to fight another day as a New England Patriot. So love to see that.